Hey guys, I often say that NIO is much more than just a car company, and I found some more spicy details in a recent interview that I want to share with you about NIO Life, NIO e-commerce, and what it means for NIO's valuation in the future. So here's a meeting script with the CFO of NIO done by Credit Suisse. By the way, they have a price target of around $83 for NIO shares, and this was just published at the 4th of January, so quite recent, and has lots of interesting stuff in here. For example, what I really loved to see was that he mentioned that NIO is very confident that in the end investors will find that NIO's NAD, so that's the autonomous driving subscription that NIO will going to publish with the new platform, must be the most advanced among Chinese automakers, so saying better than XPeng and what else is on the market. But NIO's autonomous driving is not the main topic of this video. There are many interesting bits about the NIO production, the factory, the plans, the gross margins and so on. I'm gonna make separate videos out of this. In the meanwhile, if you want to read the full piece, you can find it in the Patreon community. So back to topic. Here is the spicy bit, which is talking about what our NIO users are spending average in NIO Life goods purchases, and it is between $600 to $800 per year according to the CFO. Now this is super interesting detail here because we don't hear about that during the earnings call, and NIO doesn't report it separately, like how many goods they're selling, how well the e-commerce is progressing and so on. And so far I only could make assumptions about that. So if you go to my NIO business valuation sheet that I made, and this one is also uploaded in my Patreon, so if you want to join that you can download it, and then you'll see that there's one section in which I have the KPIs that I'm watching, and one of them are the e-commerce KPIs. And what I've done is, well, I used some ratios between the fleet and some sales regarding the home charger network, and I know the adoption rate more or less, and then I tried to kind of break down what could be the recurring revenue per fleet user over the year, and I came to an average of around $640. So just trying to get closer there, not going too much into details now how I calculated it particularly, but as you can see, this is at the lower range of what the CFO has given as a indication here for what a NIO user is spending in the app for buying NIO products or different services like buying coffees in the NIO houses and stuff like that. And speaking of the NIO app, we don't get regular news about the app users, but just recently they had this slide come out where it shows that they have close to 1 million new users that they have acquired during 2021. And so this is like 10 times the users that they have acquired for selling cars. So for every car sold, statistically they are generating 10 users in the app. And in the app, of course, NIO users can buy some of the goods that are listed there. They are ranging from different lifestyle goods, and some of them are designed and made by NIO, but others are in collaboration, or they allow brands and merchants to access the stores in order to start selling products to those NIO users that are usually quite wealthy and upgrading their consumption, meaning buying more quality and premium goods. And so what does it mean for the valuation? Well, I think till 2025 NIO could actually get close to 40 million users on their app, just based on how I think the fleet is going to grow and how this app user to fleet ratio will actually go along. Also, I don't want to bore you with all of the details here, but I think this would result in close to $4 billion in revenues, because I actually think that this average sales per user can actually increase. So I have projected $650 as I've mentioned before, but I think this one could well increase to $800 per user. And coming back to the CFO remarks, this is exactly what he also pointed out there. And so if we would assume, like in 5 years time, 2025 time frame, that NIO would make 4 billion annually just in e-commerce on this NIO Life revenues, then if you give that a 10 to 20x price to sales ratio, which usually e-commerce platform have, that alone would be close to the current valuation to NIO. So in translation, in case that NIO is really growing this e-commerce business and they succeed at this and retain their users, and the users keep on spending this average, at the same time they increase the fleet sales and people download the app because of that, but additionally over the fleet sales, on top of that, NIO also manages to win users elsewhere. I think this would make a great addition to NIO for the ecosystem. And then of course for investors, I think they should judge NIO then also by those reoccurring revenue streams in the area of e-commerce. And as I pointed out, I think it has the potential that NIO will be kind of valued partly as a small e-commerce platform that could even go even further about cross-border e-commerce, but also domestic selling in China. And we've seen like how fast such e-commerce platforms can actually grow in China. And so I think this is one intrinsic value where I hear most analysts not speaking about. It's mostly not in the plans and the valuation plans, like even Credit Suisse here. Usually they just look at the car sales and things like that. So I just want to point it out that I think that this is something that's currently growing under the radar here. And well, let me know down in the comments what you personally think about it. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.